Hey, it's Viking Media here. I hadn't posted in a long time and I wanted to talk about that. I was trying to do all these big, grand projects and they just weren't working out. I couldn't sit down and do them. So what I want to do is I want to stand here and I want to have a talk. I want to talk about what happened and I want to talk about our plan moving forward because I do have one. So, what happened with Viking Media? That's a very good question, and I'm glad you asked it. I've been doing a lot lately. I mean, between school, finding a job, and working, I hadn't had the time to sit down and put it towards the channel. And for those of you who are still subscribed, I thank you, but I know I promised a bunch of things which didn't come through. One of those was our radio show, which we had somebody who was going to do lines who hadn't submitted them, and I kept putting it off, and putting it off, and putting it off, and putting it off, and then it was now. I mean, I promised that back in January, and I still haven't come through on that promise, and I feel bad about that, and I feel like I've kind of failed there. I also feel like I need to kind of recreate the channel, to kind of repurpose it into something. But also, real talk here, I started to feel really bad about myself. I started to hate the way I looked, hate what I was doing, hate all those things that people kept saying about me. I felt like people were talking about me behind my back. I felt like I was a joke, in a way. A little side character for people to have fun with. Yeah. I mean, and after the whole podcast thing fell apart and we had our little divide, I kind of lost the motivation because I didn't have the friends that I was working with or those people who were there. And that definitely kind of changed the way I looked at the channel and the way I dealt with the channel. I really started getting down on myself. I started noticing my gut. It was the first thing I was thinking of. I was always trying to hide it or put it away, and I'd not been eating right. I was doing a ton of things that weren't good for me. I mean, I had been sick Thanksgiving through Easter. I had been sick every day and just kept pushing and kept pushing and kept pushing and kept pushing because I couldn't take a day off. I mean, I had to keep going. I had to keep doing what I was doing, or, I was going to fail. And it really got to me one day that I wasn't happy with what I was doing, with myself, and with the way I was holding things, doing things. And I sat down with myself for a moment and basically went, what am I doing wrong? And obviously started working out, started trying to get in better shape, just started trying to eat right, and I've been feeling a lot better. And I want to start coming through on those promises that I've made. So I'm going to try and do that. I'm going to get back to working on stuff for here, and I'm going to try and bring it back. I'm going to try and do it again. I know I walked away for a long time, and I'm sorry. I feel like I failed a couple people who I committed to, but I'm going to try and come back, and I'm going to try and do it better. So, yeah. Thank you to all of you who stayed. Welcome to all of you who are new. Thank you.